Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So we're doing another walking tour here of the Northeast Pasture. This is from the center of it, and we're going to walk from west to east. I apologize for the wind. It's a nice breezy day here on Homestead Ridge. So if you'll hang in there with me, you'll get to see what's been accomplished. So this is the old foundation. You see the big pile of brush there, trees and whatever else that's been cut down. This area here, this is a big mound of dirt that came from this area. This is the old foundation where my dad was going to build a house, and he got the footer poured that you can see there, but that's as far as he got. Still a big hole in the ground. But this area here is nice and flat. A lot of firewood. And this area here had a lot of trees. We thinned out cedars, and there was some sassafras and some oak and just different things that just were small and needed to come out. So we got rid of those. Big old white oak. You can see the size of the piles. Now this pile was actually started several years ago, but I added a lot more to it. This area through here, this was 4 years ago, was all honeysuckle. You couldn't see a thing, but it is looking much better. Now this area here used to be an open field 50 years ago, covered primarily in broom sedge, and it was pretty much left to be overgrown. And up to right about where you see these few trees, this is all cedar up to those. And then this area here was still kind of open. I actually had a wiffle ball field here about 35 years ago. So we kept that mowed, so it's looking pretty good. And then this area down here, there was nothing growing other than cedar trees and autumn olive and some honeysuckle, but you can see the grass is really starting to come in. This was so thick in this area. This is the outfield fence for the wiffle ball field. That was all overgrown. These two cedar trees, I didn't even realize there were two of them because the honeysuckle was so thick around the base. But it is looking so much better. Progressively, as we get more and more, go more and more over toward the east, the cedars were thicker and thicker. And there's a lot of piles still left over here, and we're just working on ways to get those cleaned up. You see the fescue growing there. Still have autumn olive and honeysuckle growing up through here. Just recently cleared all of this. If you've been watching the previous videos, you've seen the progress. Yeah, just a month ago, this was pretty much impossible to walk through. Just basically a combination of weed whipping and using the loppers. Use loppers mostly on autumn olive. That stuff right there. That stuff's nasty. Has thorns on it. Grows back extremely quickly and gets so thick. And use the weed whip on the grasses and small seedling trees. And then of course we did cut some trees down, so we needed the assistance of a chainsaw. And we got a lot done in 3 months. So that's an acre and a half, a little over an acre and a half we got accomplished. So next major project, putting up a perimeter fence, getting some animals on here. And they will do their part to make it even better. That's looking south down the property line. And looking north up the property line. So we appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we will see you in the pasture.